Hello everyone, this is the Jolly Old Santa Claus, and today we are starting off the video with my thoughts on the 2021 season. And I gotta say, I'm very happy. Let's start off from worst to best. So yeah, like I was saying, let's get on to the Spear Halloween 2021 props from worst to best. My opinion, this guy, the caretaker, look, he was so hyped, and you know what? This guy is so bad. Like, he's too plain. Like, for one, his clothing is too plain, and the way this prop is done, and you know what, guys? I've been hearing this prop is possibly canceled. I don't think that's true. I don't like this one. I think the animation is very meh. It's very boring. I don't even really like the look of this one. There's not really anything I like about it. I don't even like... I think it's just meh. The body, just, it looks far too skinny. The phrases are terrible. Like, the phrases are not that good. At least this phrase in the frickin' trailer is not great. Now, it's very creative because he has a tombstone on his back, but meh. His face is creepy. I'm not gonna lie, his face is pretty cool, but I wasn't expecting him to look like this, and I thought he was going to be way better, and he turned out to be really bad. And you're not going to believe like what one I put for number 2. Actually, no. What am I talking about? From worst to best. Like, this is by far the worst prop this year, in my opinion, because it was overhyped. Everyone was like, oh my god, this is going to be a mind-blowing prop. This one's going to be so cool. And then we finally see it, and it's terrible. Now, the light-up eyes fit this prop very well. Wait till you see my number 1. You're going to be a little shocked. If the clothing was more detailed and he was if he was bigger, I think this guy, it would have worked if he was like 7 feet and he had better phrases and more animation. So here's the ghost face. Now, again, another terrible prop. I'm sorry. What were they thinking with this one? This one does not look like Ghostface at all. Like, this is almost disrespect to Ghostface fans. To me, it is. It's the same thing as whatever his name is, Nightcrawler or whatever it is. I don't know. It looks like crap. There's not much I gotta say about that one. Don't like it. It's the exact same animation, just new audio. Now, this guy could be like Crouchy. When we first saw Crouchy, his audio was really bad in the teaser, but they redid the audio over on the actual version that was in stores, and it was way better. So hopefully this is the same thing with this guy. Hopefully his audio is different in stores, because I'm not very impressed with this one. The animation's cool. It's a great idea. It's different. I don't think a lot of people are going to buy this one, though. I don't like the fact that his hands are like cut off and they're attached to the cross. Wacky Mo Clown. You're probably like, why do you have this guy reviewed, on your list so low? Well, A lot of people are going to disagree, but I think the new Wacky Mole, it lives up to the hype because everyone wanted him back and blah blah blah. The problem is, I don't agree the fact that they didn't give him a moving mouth. They could have made his mouth move easily. Not a whole bunch, but they could have made the mouth move a little bit. Now, the head should have moved back and forth. I'm not a fan of props that don't have a moving mouth, but they have phrases. I don't like that. Unless they don't have a face or something. Like, and the hand should have moved up and down with the hammer, but you know what? Even if they could only have made the head move back and forth while the body was moving, I would have been happy. But it is what it is. There's the clown coming back also from 2013, Bloody Bag of Jokes, which is, I would rate that on my top list way higher than him. Shorty, another typical clown from the movie Clowns from Outer Space. Never seen it, heard it was amazing. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna get the movie. But you can't put this in a haunted house and expect someone to be scared of this. It's cute. I mean, if you kind of want to do like a kid-friendly Halloween, this is kind of the kind of guy, the kind of clown that you would use for a kid-friendly Halloween. Beetlejuice, another prop that's on my not on my high rating. He's cool. Don't get me wrong. He is pretty cool, but at the same time, I'm not a big fan of it. Beetlejuice is not really like it looks like him. I'm not a fan of the movie, not at all. Probably is better in person, but Mr. Howell, what could I say besides it's a good prop? I mean, the problem with this guy, and a lot of people are going to have the same opinion when they see him in stores. Like, people are only going to buy this guy because his audio's pretty cool, but he only has one phrase. You're only getting your money's worth with this one because the quality's good, good detail, good audio, and the size. The mouth moving is great. The movement of the mouth is fantastic. Love it. That's why I'm saying the fact that this guy is so big and his mouth is actually moving is insane. They could have done that with Crouchy. They could have made Wacky Mole's mouth move. But you're really only buying this prop because the quality is good and the size. He's going to be the same size, if not bigger looking, than Crouchy. Crouchy was massive, ginormous. But Mr. Howell is going to be bigger. So that's why he's $300. So, but that's literally all it is. The animation on this guy is not really that good. Like the werewolf, the up and down animation, it just doesn't look right. Now, Grim. I think that's his name. Grim. Wow, what a prop. This one is such a cool one. I actually really like this one. And the cool thing about it is he's like a professional prop, but Spirit's own version of it, and his head moves like a professional prop. His body moves back and forth, his mouth moves. His head has this cool motion, and his eyes move, I'm pretty sure, and his hand moves. I mean, his arm. He's like $279.99, which is crazy. The fact how much animation it has. Now, the stock pictures of this guy don't look very good. I gotta say, I'm not impressed with the stock pictures. This picture of him looks good, but when you get to the stock stock pictures, looks terrible. It doesn't look very good in the stock photos. But there's one after this that a lot of people are going to be like, no surprise. The one after this is even cooler. I think a lot of people are going to agree. Like Grimm's really cool. Like, I'm not getting him. Maybe. I might get him, but Henry Hustle. Okay. Henry Hustle is at number 2. Okay. The way they did this prop is really cool because it's not a typical clown. Because it looks very unique. It's a very disturbing prop, very scary because it has a scare. And what it does is when you go up to him, like when you could hook a sensor up to him, so people are starting to get closer to him, and then in the middle of his conversation of the audio, his head pops up and there's like another head under his head that's like evil, and it's really good. Really good. You don't expect it to happen. Which is so cool. It's such a good idea. But wait till you see my number 1. You're going to be surprised. I'm telling you, everyone's talking about it. It's like on people's like favorite. But you know what? Henry Hustle is a very good prop. I gotta give Spirit Halloween credit. Technically, if I could get a picture of Bloody Bag of Jokes, Henry Hustle would be at number 3. I would have Bloody Bag of Jokes at number 2. Because that prop is even better than Henry Hustle. It's to me, it's more disturbing, it's more realistic, it's more of a realistic idea. It's more believable. But this one after Henry Hustle might surprise you. Number 1, this is number 2. I didn't know what the first one in the video was at number 10 maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. Okay, here we go. Buzzsaw. This one is honestly so cool. Like, this one's amazing. I love this one. Like, this is such a great idea. It's just, and this is the type of prop that's going to look really big in person. He's 6 feet, but he's super wide. Like, he looks pretty big, even the fact that he's 6 feet. His hammer is going to be pretty big. His saw is going to be pretty big. Because the leaked picture of him in the theme, he looks pretty big. So, I'm excited. I can't say which prop I'm getting. But Mr. Howell, I love how big the size. I like how big Mr. Howell is. I like the size of him. It's pretty cool how it's gonna be insane. Like he's massive. Henry Hustle is also one. If I had a haunted house, if I do one, probably not, but if I had a haunted house, I would be picking him up because he's such a good scare. He would literally scare the shit. Excuse my language. He would scare the holy woly molies out of the kids, out of people in general. That would scare you. You wouldn't expect it to do what it does. Now, Bloody Bag of Jokes. You know, if I worked full time, I would probably get him. Because he's freaking cool. Like, such a realistic idea. Everything about this prop, though, everything about this one is perfect. Pretty much perfect. I mean, a lot of them are pretty perfect, right? Like, a lot of them are. Henry Hustle, Mr. Howell, Bloody Bag of Jokes, and frickin' who knows what else is going to be shown is going to be frickin' pretty much perfect. This one is the most unique out of all of them. This one stands out the most out of any of them because it's different. It's scary. It's terrifying. It's a scary idea. Even though his eyes light up and his mouth moves and he moves side to side and his saw spins when he makes sound and the audio, he also has 7 phrases. He's made by Seasonal Visions. Bloody Bag of Jokes is Seasonal Visions as well. Pumpkin Nester might be coming back. And let me tell you, I'm probably not going to get Pumpkin Nester this year. But I'll tell you this, if he returns, I might get him next year. I've never had a pumpkin prop. If he is back, I'll get him next year. If Barnyard Butcher comes back, because there's still props. There's a couple returning props that we don't know about that were shown on the posters in the themes. Pumpkin Nester we saw, but what do you guys think? Do you think Buzzsaw deserves number 1? Because I do, for sure.